To sell you a car.
We'll do anything to sell you a car.
I'm attorney Glenn Lerner. You never saw it coming. In the blink of an eye, a car wreck has left you seriously injured. You made it to the hospital and you received medical care, but your problems have only just begun.
I'm attorney Kevin Rowe. After the wreck, how are you going to get the money you need to get your car fixed, for medical bills, for lost wages? How are you going to provide for your family now? Get the legal help you want when you need it most, right now.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
Scott Guido, managing attorney. Kevin Rowe is only licensed in Arizona, New Mexico, Oregon, Washington, and Illinois.
Dave Cokin with John Lyons from Lyons Physical Therapy. So give me a rundown on maybe a typical treatment at LPT.
Sure, Dave. On an initial consult, we'll sit down with the patient for at least 10 or 15 minutes, get a history of their injury or their condition. Then we'll move into an assessment where we put our hands on the patient, take them through a few special tests to identify what the pain source is and what the actual injury is. Then we'll use some modalities like heat and electric stimulation to reduce their pain and muscle spasms. And typically our physical therapist or assistant will do some type of manual stretching, massage therapy, or range of motion on that patient. And after the initial visit, we typically see patients 2 to 3 times a week for 4 to 6 weeks.
LionsPTLV.com, 702-476-0222.
Follow us on Twitter at the LV Sportsline and at ESPN Las Vegas.
What's hot today? It's time for the Wager Talk Marquee Matchup of the Night with Marco DAngelo. WagerTalk.com. Start winning now.
And we got Marco DAngelo on the phone with us right now to talk about that Wager Talk Marquee Matchup of the Night. And it's the game in the Bronx as the Rays, fresh off a dramatic come-from-behind win last night. Travis dArnaud with a career night. dArnaud with 3 homers, including the game winner in the 9th inning against the Aroldis Chapman. They're at it again tonight. Marco, the Rays right now are the dogs in this game. CC Sabathia and the Yankees minus 148 against Ryan Stanek as the opener for Tampa Bay, and then probably Jalen Beeks after that in all likelihood. That's our marquee matchup. Where are we going?
Well, you know what, Dave? If they come back and catch the Yankees for the division title this year, they're going to look back to July 15th in that dramatic 9th inning for sure. But I'm looking at the pitching matchup tonight. We got CC Sabathia on the mound tonight, and he's pitching rather well right now. He's in a groove, and if you look at his numbers at home this season, he's got an ERA of 2.31 and a WHIP of 1.15 in 7 starts, and over his last 3 games overall, 2.84 ERA. I'm going to look to the under here, and there's a few things why. Tampa Bay has had their problems the last 2 years when they faced left-handers. When they face left-handers, the under is a solid 48 and 29, Dave, over that 2-year period. And in that 2-year period, over those games, they have averaged just a total of 7.9 runs per game. The Yankees, on the other hand, you look right now, they're the Bronx Bombers, but they haven't been bombing it lately. The last 6 games, and it's 6 straight games now where they've scored 4 runs or less. This total, I feel, is high because it is based on season numbers. We know how the overs have been dominating this year, so I think we're going to get some value here in the second half of the season if we pick our spots, and this is one of them. The Yankees, I'll throw this in there, if they've had 4 straight games where they've allowed 5 runs and allowed and scored 5 runs or less 4 straight games. Last 3 seasons, 14-3 to the under. Tampa Bay in their last 7 games have not allowed an opponent to score more than 4 runs. I'm going to go ahead and go under 10 runs tonight in the Yankee-Tampa Bay game and look for an old-fashioned pitching duel, something we haven't seen a lot of this season.
It is $2 Tuesday at Wager Talk, and the way that works at both Wager Talk and Sports Memo, somebody who's doing really well is featured as the $2 handicapper on Tuesdays, and it just happens that it's you this week around at Wager Talk.
Yeah, Dave, it was a rough June, but we turned the calendar to July, and we've gotten hot in the dog days of summer. We're on a 10-2 run, and I've got my National League Game of the Week up tonight. Normally a $25 play, Dave. They can get it for just $2 if they head on over to Wager Talk, and then when they do buy that, they'll get a special offer, a coupon, where they can pick up another play at a huge discount tonight, and that play would be the Prez's 5% play tonight.
Sounds good. Great stuff, Marco. Appreciate it, buddy. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right. Have a good one.
Marco DAngelo. Follow him at Marco in Vegas on Twitter, and check out WagerTalk.com for lots of great free information as well as paid selections, including Marco's $2 play tonight at WagerTalk.com. Time for us to check out our Lions Physical Therapy Play of the Day.
It's the LPT Play of the Day. Tonight's best bet from Lions Physical Therapy. Your 5-star rated specialists.
Yeah, they are rated 5 stars. I mean, you can't get more impressive than that. And I'll tell you, full disclosure, I've been having some hip issues. And I think I'm going to check things out with John Lyons and see if maybe they can do a little physical therapy work rather than going the extreme route of surgery. I would like to avoid that if possible. I know hip replacements aren't what they used to be. But, let's go the therapy route first and see if we can work things out. They know what they're doing at Lions Physical Therapy. And to be honest with you, they're the only ones I'm going to trust when it comes to something like this. If you're coming out of an auto accident where you had an injury, or you had some surgery and you've got to do some physical rehab, all you have to do is check out the reviews online. They're just sensational. And they've got 2 locations now to serve you even better. Lions Physical Therapy, they're the cream of the crop as far as that field's concerned. We hope you'll give them your business, and we think you'll be glad you did. Checking out the play, talked about this one earlier, and the fact that if you're going full game, I think I'd probably look at the Padres. But you don't have to go full game if you don't want to. And I'm going to go the first 5 option in the matchup between the Padres and the Marlins. And this is no knock on Logan Allen, who I think is going to be a good pitcher for the Padres. But he's had some contact issues in the early going. He's been getting hit hard, okay? Over 50% hard hit rate. That to me is a scary stat. Jordan Yamamoto has been nothing but awesome since getting called up by the Miami Marlins. He was a good prospect, but not this good. So what Yamamoto's doing is definitely something that falls into the big surprise category. And I don't know how long it's going to last, but I can tell you this. While it's going on, the only advice I can give you as far as betting's concerned is don't try and step in the way of an oncoming train. It's a bad idea. You're probably going to get run over. And the Marlins are 4-1 when Yamamoto starts. He's really only had 1 start that didn't fall into the good category. We talked about the average game scores using the Bill James method earlier in the program. It's absolutely spectacular. And the Padres have not seen Yamamoto. So I think they're at a disadvantage there. The downside, of course, is anytime you play the Marlins, you're walking a tightrope because they might get shut out. They're an absolutely awful offense. But I think they might get something off Logan Allen early. And if they can put 3 on the board, just 3 on the board in the first 5 innings, I think that's going to be good enough to win in all likelihood. Right around Pick'em. Right now, Superbook USA has the Marlins minus 108 in the first 5 innings, and that's the route I'm going here. I don't want this game late because San Diego has the much more reliable bullpen. Miami's bullpen is not good. The Padres have one of the better pens in the game. And as volatile as handicapping bullpens has been, look, I mean, the numbers are still clear on this one. If this is close late, the Padres are probably going to win. I'm going to go first 5 innings on the Miami Marlins for the Lions Physical Therapy Play of the Day. And that's going to do it for the Tuesday edition of the Las Vegas Sportsline. We thank Ari Platinum for his production work. Thanks for putting up with my aggravation early in the show. Thanks to Jeff Sherman from Superbook USA, who you can follow at Golf Odds. Thanks to Marco DAngelo from Wager Talk, who you can follow at Marco in Vegas on Twitter. My name's Dave Cokin. You can follow me at Dave Cokin on Twitter. And coming up next, it's Cofield and Company. Should be a dynamite 3 hours with Steve and the gang. Thanks for listening. Have a great night. We'll talk to you tomorrow on the Las Vegas Sportsline.